And now it came to pass that Sanballat and Tobiah and Geshem the Arabian, the rest of our enemies. So Sanballat's back into the picture. So is Tobiah. Heard that I was builded a wall, and that there was no breach left therein, though at the time I had not set up the doors upon the gates. He hasn't even started on the doors, apparently, but they heard this, and so they're going to attack this. And Sanballat and Geshem sent unto me, saying, Come, let us meet together in some one of the villages in the plain of Ono. But they thought to do me mischief. I love that. They thought to do me mischief. He knows what's going on here. He's not dumb. And I sent messengers unto them and says, I am doing a great work, so I cannot come down. This is what the reading for this week says. I am doing a great work. Do we feel that in our things, and do we put our priorities where they should in our great work that we can do? And why should the work cease whilst I leave it and come down to you? He said, why should I come down to you? There's no reason to. I've got a great work to do, and I'm doing my work while you're sitting around. Of course, he knows they're going to do mischief anyway, so he's not going to do it anyway. Yet they sent unto me 4 times after this sort, and I answered them after the same manner. So 4 times they've tried. 4 times he said, no, I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, not going off somewhere. Then said Sanballat, his servant, unto me in like manner the 5th time, with an open letter in his hand. So if he's not going to come down, they're going to accuse him instead. Wherein was written, it is reported among the heathen, and Gishmu saith it. Now if we look under this, Geshem, so before it was said Geshem, it's Gishmu here. Maybe that's his little pet name for it. That thou and the Jews think to rebel, for which cause thou buildest the wall. Thou mayest be their king, according to these words. First of all, he never says that. And second of all this is conjecture. Who would the king of Persia listen to? His cupbearer that was right there by his side, or some people in a far off part of his kingdom that is accusing the cupbearer. So they're trying to accuse him and scare him, basically. And thou hast appointed prophets to preach thee at Jerusalem. Notice what it says, appointed prophets to preach of thee at Jerusalem, saying, there is a king in Judah, and now shall it be reported to the king according to these words. Come now, therefore, and let us take counsel together. What's there to counsel? You just accused him. And I sent unto him, saying, there are no such things done as thou sayest, but thou feignest, or imagine them out of thine own heart. For they all made us afraid, saying, their hands shall be weakened from the work, that it be not done. Now therefore, O God, strengthen my hands. So they're trying to make him feel that they shouldn't be doing this work, that they'll get in trouble if they do. And he's saying a prayer to God, just strengthen our hands. We'll be fine. And now afterward I came unto the house of Shemaiah, the son of Delilah, the son of Metabel, who was shut up. And he said, Let us meet together in the house of God, within the temple, and let us shut the doors of the temple, for they will come and slay thee. Yea, in the night they will come and slay thee. Do you see what's happening here? He shouldn't go into the temple, but this guy's saying, oh, they're going to try to slay you, so let's go and hide in the temple. They won't go there. I don't know if there's... Why did Shemaiah want Nehemiah to meet him in the temple? Shemaiah claimed that there was a plot to kill Nehemiah and advised him to seek refuge in the holy place of the temple. Under the law of Moses, Nehemiah was forbidden to enter the holy place because only priests holding the Aaronic priesthood were allowed to do so. Knowing that Shemaiah had been hired by Sanballat and Tobiah to deceive him and undermine his integrity, Nehemiah rejected the offer. And you can see that here, that he was just trying to get him in there. And notice how he says it. And he said, should such a man as I flee? And who is there? And if you look in the notes, it just says, Joseph Smith translated it, who is my enemy that such a man as I being as I am, would go unto the temple to save his life? Why should I? If it's my enemy, then I'll face him. I will not go in. And notice, it's just and I perceived that God had not sent him, but he pronounced this prophecy against me, for Tobiah and Sanballat had hired him. Therefore was he hired, that I should be afraid and do so and sin, that they might have matter for an evil report, that they might reproach me. Because if he did go in there thinking that he's going to save his life doing that, then the people could say, look, he's not following the things, but he's he knows what he's doing, and they don't understand it. And my God, think thou upon Tobiah and Sanballat, according to these words, and on the prophetess Noadiah and the rest of the prophets that would have put fear in me fear. So these prophets and prophetess who are fear-mongering, basically, he's basically saying, I'll rely on my God, and the God can contend with them as well, especially the prophets that are trying to say things that are not true. So the wall was finished in the 25th day of the month Elul, in 52 days. So they really built fast. Think about how long the temple took, and then think how short it took to build the wall. They really worked hard on this. They got it done so they can concentrate on other things in Jerusalem. And it came to pass that when all our enemies heard thereof, and all the heathen were about us saw these things, they were much cast down in their eyes, for they perceived that this work was wrought of our God. Moreover, in those days, remember, this is the wall that they thought that even a fox could knock down, and now they're going, actually, he did a pretty good job. God must have helped him. Moreover, in those days, the nobles of Judah sent many letters to Tobiah, and the letters of Tobiah came unto them, for there were many in Judah sworn unto him, because he was the son-in-law of Shechaniah, the son of Era, the son of Jonan, And his son Jonan had taken the daughter of Meshulam, the son of Berekah. I'm sure somebody knows what all that means. Basically, it means he's high up somewhere, and then he has some power. That's why he's there doing this stuff. Tobiah is. Also they reported his good deeds before me, and uttered my words to him. And Tobiah sent letters to put me in fear. Tobiah is now using his position, saying, this is what I can do, and I'm going to ruin you in the things that I say. So Tobiah is not being a very good person right now, or ever really. And Nehemiah is seeing that he's using his influence as best he can to put fear. It's all about this fear mongering. And so that's what happened there. I'm just going to read a little bit. Now that the wall's finished, provision is made to protect Jerusalem. The genealogy is given of the Jews who returned from Babylon. The priests without genealogical records are denied the priesthood. And we talked about that in Ezra as well. And you can see the crossover here now a little bit. And we'll talk about Ezra next time as well. And we'll see you next time.